Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're coming across my video for the first time, hi, I'm Zewi Serada, and if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you coming back to watch me do my thing, whatever the thing is. With that being said, you guys, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let's get into this. So you guys, on today's video I will be teaching you how to make a bikini. This is a fun way for me to make a bikini, so I wanted to teach you guys, because why not, right? So what you need is a French curve, your measuring tape, your chalk, and of course your scissors, because you need something to cut with, and of course you need your fabric. Don't forget your fabric. So these are the measurements that we're going to be using. This is the client's measurement, but you can use your own measurement so you get it correct the first time. So that's the measurement we're going to be using. So we're going to impute those measurements onto the material, but first we need to do some maths here. So you see what I'm doing, right? 13, where does that 13 go, I wonder? I'm going to show you in a little while. So we're going to measure 13 on the fabric and mark out 13 right there, and then we'll come over here and measure actually 1 inch, because we're going to cut that part out. So we're just going to measure 1 inch and then roll a line. You also need your ruler to get a straight line, as straight as possible. So yeah, so we're going to measure 5 here, but you can measure 4 or 3 or 1 depending on what you want the sides to look like. You can measure, but here I'm just using 5 because why not. And then on the crotch side we're going to use 2. So you want to use your French curve to get the lines to match, because why not. As I was saying, you want to use your French curve to put the lines together, and you have your curve right there, and then you can do any other thing that you want to do. Make sure everything is right, and then you cut. That's the front right there. So you want to cut the back side of it, and to cut the back side of it is really easy. Just place the front part of the fabric that you've cut out onto the back and measure out 1/2 inch. I'm going to show you in a sec, but you just measure out 1/2 inch. Make sure everything is placed correctly, because you don't want any misplacing or any kind of, oh my god, I did the wrong kind of thing. No, we don't want that. We just want you to measure out 1/2 inch and then use your chalk to make sure your measurements are accurate, and then you do what you need to do, which is cut, by the way. You also want to use your French curve to get the perfect curve on the back side, because we want the perfect curve. And then you use your ruler again to make sure that the places that have the straight lines are straight. Now we've gotten the back part of it. Do you notice something? We didn't rule the upper side of it. You have to remove that 1 inch. That was my mistake, but I'm correcting it. So yeah, learn from your mistakes, people. Learn from your mistakes. So we've gotten the 1 inch, we've gotten everything, and then all you have to do is just cut it out. So I wanted to have fun, just making this, because I just learned how to make it and I was having fun making different kinds, but I wanted to really have fun making this particular bikini. So what I did was, you see in a few, I'm using a different material for the lining. Instead of it now to be a lining, it to be a two-faced bikini. How crazy is that? It's so crazy. I know, right? Yeah. So we're using a different material to do the other side, the lining, the facing, whatever you want to call it. And it's really easy. Just place your already cut fabric, already cut pattern on the fabric, and then just trace. You don't need to add anything or reduce anything. You just need to trace. And when you're done tracing, let me tell you, then that's where the sewing starts. Just trace, because that's all you can do, really. Trace. So we are going to put this together. It's time for the sewing part of it. See what I mean? Two-faced. So you can wear it maybe in the front or at the back. Who knows, right? So for you to put it together, you have to actually use the materials, and you need to be able to differentiate what part of the material, what part of the fabric is the front and the back part of it. If it doesn't really have like a front or back part of it, you might want to use your chalk to identify where you want to use as the back part of it, just so you know. Okay, so we're putting this together. You want to find like a midpoint for this and pin it. You want to find a midpoint and pin it, and do the same to the other fabric as well. Do the same to the other fabric. Just look for the midpoint and pin it. Now we're going to sew that part that's been pinned down. Just want to show you that we're going to pin round, but just remember that you're going to sew those parts that are pinned down. Capiche? Capiche. So now we've sewn round, but we need 2 inches opening to be able to flip the material to the right side of it. So I'm just going to measure 2 inches on both sides, because I want the wideness to be that wide. We're going to sew like round. We've sewn round. See, our 2 inches is there, so that's what you use to flip the material to the right side of it. Make sure you have a pin so you can easily pull out any extra fabric that is being like hidden inside the material, just like I'm doing here. You need to get like a pin to bring that out. So on the parts where you measured out your 2 inches, you want to go to your machine and sew. That part so it's closed. So I was going to do an elastic for this, but I decided to go with the straps instead. And we're not sewing the strap on top of the material. We're not sewing it on top. We're going to sew it inside. So yeah, that's what I'm showing you right now. We're just going to sew inside so it looks neat. And yeah, this is what I'm doing so you don't get confused of what is she saying. So find the middle of the material, and then you want to cut. I'm sorry about that. You want to cut out where are these people coming from? You want to cut the midpoint. Just make sure when you put your finger in and fold again, it's still the middle that you've gotten. So you want to do that, and then put the strap inside. But the reason why we're putting it inside, I told you before, is because I want you to be able to wear this both any side. Like, I want you to be able to wear it on any side. If you put it on this side, it will show when you want to wear it, and if you put it on the other side, it will show when you want to wear it. So it's best it's inside. That way it will not be noticeable, kind of thing. Yeah, so here is what I'm doing with the straps. You sew the side, of course, of the straps, and then you just push it in. If you have an office pin, that will be very helpful for you. You can also use needle and thread. What you do is take the needle and thread, you tie it, of course, and then take it to the other side, pull it in, and then pull it out. It's very easy. It's as easy as it sounds, trust me. I am truly sorry about the noise you hear in the background. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take this, because I'm done with the strap. I'm going to take it and push it into the middle part of where I opened in the first place. And then I'm literally just using my thumb to measure, but you can also use your measuring tape. But I want to use my thumb to measure where the thing is going to go. And I'm also using my hand to feel where it enters, so it's not too much. So you like sew down, and that's it. That's your bikini, baby. Okay, you guys see the straps, right? You see how not so complicated they are, because they're not outside the bikini, they're within the bikini, inside it. That way, when you flip over to the other side, you still can't see it, because where did it go? It's inside. It's inside. Yes, that's where it is, and it looks neater this way. Can you see that? That's why we did it the way we did it, because if you do it any other way, it will come out looking like bleh, and we don't want that. So it's better we did it this way. And look, everything looks neat. I wish this was mine. I will make mine, because I love this. I really had fun with this, and I hope you guys also have fun when you're making yours, because look, this looks good, baby. It looks amazing. So you guys, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment down below. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a new video. Don't forget, you guys, to love yourself, because I love you. And have a beautiful, beautiful day or night, whichever it is you live for. And see you guys on my next video. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.